What if the secret to a longer, healthier life wasn't about what you eat, but how you begin your meal? In a world obsessed with superfoods and miracle diets, the true wisdom may be much simpler, almost invisible. Hidden not in exotic ingredients or expensive supplements, but in a ritual repeated quietly at millions of tables across Japan. The order of eating. In Japan, meals are approached with a sense of ceremony, a rhythm that honors the body and the food. Unlike the Western tendency to dive into bread baskets or heaps of pasta, the Japanese start their meals with an intentional sequence. Vegetables first, followed by proteins, and only then, the beloved rice or noodles. It's a subtle choreography, practiced not out of vanity, but out of respect for life itself. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, a revered Japanese physician who lived vibrantly until the age of 105, believed in the power of these quiet habits. He often spoke of how small, consistent choices, a walk after lunch, a cup of green tea in the afternoon, or the mindful order of food on one's plate, build the foundation for a long, healthy life. To Dr. Hinohara, aging well wasn't a mystery. It was a consequence of living each day with awareness and simplicity. Modern science now confirms what Japanese tradition has practiced for centuries. Studies reveal that starting your meal with fiber-rich vegetables and lean proteins can dramatically reduce post-meal blood sugar spikes, regulate insulin levels, and enhance satiety, all critical factors in preventing chronic diseases like diabetes and heart disease. Today, we will explore this quiet but powerful practice. A change so subtle that it requires no new recipes, no supplements, no drastic sacrifices, only a mindful reshuffling of what you place on your fork first. By the end of this video, you will understand how this simple shift, inspired by the timeless traditions of Japan, can gently transform your health and your future. Prepare to discover the small act that holds the promise of a long, vital life. One meal at a time. In the intricate balance of health and longevity, few things are as powerful and as overlooked as the order in which we eat our food. In Japan, this wisdom has been quietly practiced for generations, not as a dietary trend, but as a way of life. Today, scientific research confirms that this simple habit holds profound benefits. When you begin a meal with fiber-rich vegetables and quality proteins, you are doing more than nourishing your body. You are setting the metabolic stage for everything that follows. Fiber, found abundantly in leafy greens, seaweeds, and root vegetables, acts like a natural barrier, slowing the absorption of sugars into the bloodstream. Proteins, whether from tofu, fish, or chicken, further stabilize blood sugar levels and activate satiety hormones like GLP-1, which help you feel full longer and prevent overeating. A landmark study from the University of Tokyo demonstrated that participants who ate vegetables before carbohydrates experienced significantly lower postprandial glucose spikes compared to those who consumed carbs first. This reduction in blood sugar fluctuations is not merely about preventing diabetes. It protects the integrity of your blood vessels, reduces inflammation, and supports the health of your brain over time. Contrast this with the typical Western meal structure: bread before salad, pasta before protein. Such sequencing leads to rapid glucose absorption, resulting in sharp insulin spikes. Over decades, this pattern contributes to metabolic syndrome, weight gain, and a heightened risk of chronic disease. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara was well aware of these dynamics, even before they were widely studied. His daily habits were a testament to mindful living. Lunches that started with a small bowl of vegetables, modest portions of fish, and a gentle pace of eating were not exceptions, but rituals. He treated food as a partner in longevity, not a mere source of pleasure or indulgence. Imagine eating not to feel full as quickly as possible, but to honor your body's natural rhythms. This is not about restriction or discipline, it is about alignment. It's like tending to a garden. Water it gently and consistently, and it flourishes. Drench it with carelessness, and it withers. By reordering your plate, vegetables first, proteins next, carbohydrates last, you participate in a tradition that bridges the ancient with the modern, the cultural with the clinical. This quiet revolution on your plate can be the foundation of a life lived with vitality, clarity, and grace. It's a ritual so deeply woven into Western dining that we rarely question it. The bread basket arrives, and before a single vegetable touches the plate, we're already 2 slices deep. It feels comforting, familiar, but beneath this tradition lies a silent disruption to our body's metabolic balance. In much of the West, meals often begin with carbohydrates, whether it's bread, crackers, pasta, or even a sweet starter. These fast-digesting foods are consumed first, causing a rapid spike in blood glucose. This sudden influx demands an equally rapid response from insulin, the hormone tasked with clearing sugar from the bloodstream. Over time, these constant highs and lows strain the body's regulatory systems, leading to insulin resistance, a core factor in the development of type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and cognitive decline. In Japan, the sequence is deliberate and wise. Meals typically commence with a small bowl of miso soup, a fresh salad, or a few bites of sashimi, foods rich in fiber and protein, low in glycemic load. This opening act not only honors the ingredients, but gently prepares the body, slowing digestion and stabilizing blood sugar levels before the carbohydrates arrive. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara exemplified this practice. His lunches were a quiet rebellion against the chaos of rushed, carbohydrate-heavy meals. By choosing vegetables and proteins first, he modeled a way of eating that nourished not just the body, but the very systems that sustain longevity. Imagine, for a moment, your body as a calm pond. Throw a handful of pebbles, vegetables and proteins, gently, and the ripples are soft, harmonious. Toss a heavy stone, carbohydrates first, and the surface is disrupted violently, waves crashing against the edges. This metaphor illustrates the subtle, yet powerful effect the order of our food has on our internal balance. Applying this wisdom is simple and immediate. At your next meal, resist the instinct to reach for bread or pasta first. Instead, begin with a small salad, lightly dressed, or a piece of grilled fish or tofu. Allow your body the dignity of preparation, and you will feel the difference not just in your digestion, but in your energy, your clarity, and your sense of well-being throughout the day. In honoring the sequence of your meal, you honor the long-standing traditions that have helped countless Japanese elders live lives of vitality and grace well into their 2nd century. In the search for flavor, it's easy to fall into a well-meaning but misguided habit, drenching fresh vegetables in thick, creamy dressings or overpowering sauces. In the West, even when a meal starts with a salad, seemingly a healthy choice, it often comes coated in layers of oils, sugars, and artificial additives. What begins as a light, nourishing plate turns heavy, blunting the benefits and burdening the digestive system. Japanese tradition approaches salads and vegetables differently. Simplicity is the guiding principle. A whisper of rice vinegar, a splash of ponzu, a delicate drizzle of miso dressing, just enough to enhance the natural flavors without overwhelming them. Ingredients like yuzu, sesame, and shoyu are used sparingly, honoring the freshness and integrity of the vegetables. This minimalist approach does more than delight the senses. Scientifically, it preserves the low-calorie, high-fiber nature of vegetables, supporting their role in controlling blood sugar and stimulating digestive enzymes. Heavy dressings, especially those rich in saturated fats and sugars, can delay gastric emptying and promote post-meal lethargy, precisely the opposite of what we seek when aiming for sustained energy and balanced metabolism. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara understood this intuitively. In his daily meals, vegetables were never an afterthought, nor were they buried under layers of cream or butter. They were prepared lightly, eaten with mindfulness, and respected as the essential building blocks of nourishment. He treated his meals not as an indulgence, but as a ritual, one that celebrated balance, simplicity, and the life force within each bite. Think of it this way: a beautifully composed salad, dressed delicately, is like a haiku, brief, pure, and powerful. A heavy dressing is like drowning that poetry under noise, losing the essence in the process. To apply this in your own meals, choose simplicity. Replace thick ranch or Caesar dressings with a light vinaigrette made from citrus juice and a touch of soy sauce. Embrace the sharpness of vinegar, the brightness of lemon, or the earthiness of sesame oil. Used with restraint, you'll not only rediscover the true taste of your food, but also support your body's natural rhythms toward digestion and vitality. In doing so, you are not merely eating, you are participating in a lineage of wisdom that recognizes food as medicine and simplicity as the highest form of sophistication. Wisdom, when it is true, reveals itself in simplicity. The Japanese way of eating, vegetables first, protein second, carbohydrates last, is not a complicated formula requiring exotic ingredients or elaborate preparations. It is a quiet art that can be woven into any meal, anywhere in the world, with grace and ease. Imagine your plate as a delicate balance of elements, much like a traditional Japanese garden. Every component has its place, and harmony arises not from excess, but from thoughtful arrangement. Begin your meal with a warm, comforting miso soup or a clear vegetable broth. This first step not only awakens the digestive system, but also delivers a gentle source of hydration and minerals. The warmth soothes the stomach, preparing it to receive the nutrients to come. Next, move to a small serving of protein, a piece of grilled fish, a soft block of tofu, a hard-boiled egg. The key is moderation and mindfulness. Protein stabilizes blood sugar, supports muscle maintenance, and signals satiety to the brain, ensuring that the body feels nourished rather than overfed. Only after these steps should carbohydrates, rice, noodles, or root vegetables, make their quiet entrance. In the Japanese tradition, rice is served in modest portions, viewed not as the centerpiece, but as an accompaniment to the meal. This sequence ensures that carbohydrates are absorbed slowly, preventing the sharp spikes and crashes that so often follow a Western meal. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara practiced this order daily, not as a rigid rule, but as an expression of respect for his body, for the food, and for the life that both sustain. His longevity was not built on grand gestures or harsh restrictions, but on small, deliberate actions repeated over time. How can you bring this into your daily life? Start simply. In the morning, have a few slices of avocado and a boiled egg before your toast. At lunch, begin with a salad dressed lightly in lemon and olive oil, followed by a piece of grilled chicken, and end with a handful of brown rice or quinoa. At dinner, warm your body with a broth, enjoy some steamed vegetables and fish, and allow carbohydrates to complete the meal, not dominate it. Consistency, not perfection, is the goal. one meal at a time, one choice at a time. Over days, weeks, and years, these choices weave into a tapestry of health, resilience, and quiet strength. By embracing this simple shift in how you eat, you step into a tradition that has nurtured some of the world's longest living people, not through deprivation, but through the mindful celebration of food as a vessel of life. In Japan, meals are not rushed, not chaotic. They are quiet ceremonies, moments where life itself is honored through the simple act of eating. It is not only about what is on the plate, but how one approaches the meal that shapes health, clarity, and longevity. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara taught that true well-being is built not on rare, heroic efforts, but on the invisible rituals of everyday life. Choosing vegetables first, savoring proteins slowly, and letting carbohydrates follow. These are small acts, but they accumulate into a profound legacy of health. This quiet rhythm respects the body's natural design, reduces metabolic strain, and nurtures the calm endurance needed to live not just long, but well. The Japanese do not eat to fill themselves quickly. They eat to nourish. They do not overload the senses. They heighten them, carefully, respectfully. Every meal becomes a practice of mindfulness, an opportunity to align daily actions with the timeless flow of life. What if, beginning today, you treated every meal as a small act of care for your future self? What if longevity were less about grand medical interventions and more about these quiet choices, repeated with love and intention? It does not require wealth, exotic ingredients, or complex diets. It requires only a willingness to return to simplicity, to honor the order of life on your plate, and in doing so, to honor your life itself. Start today. Begin your next meal not with haste, but with reverence. Choose vegetables first, proteins next, and let the carbohydrates come last. Listen to the wisdom of tradition, supported now by modern science, and experience how such a small shift can bring greater balance, vitality, and peace to your days. If this vision resonates with you, I invite you to take the first step. Subscribe to our channel for more timeless insights on health and longevity. Comment below. Which habit will you start practicing today? And don't forget to share this video with someone who values living a long, vibrant life. Together, we build a future of health, one mindful meal at a time.